Hey everyone, my name is Rafiat and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making a very delicious and flavorful soup called Uziza soup. It's so easy to make, so let's get right into it. First of all, you're going to need some meat and you can use goat meat or beef or ram meat, any meat you want to use. I'm using goat meat and of course some stockfish. This is optional but it adds a very lovely flavor to soup, so I recommend that you add it. I'm also going to be using smoked catfish. This is optional but recommended. And of course, for flavor and more nutrients, I'm going to be using crayfish powder and some Uziza seeds. This is also known as West African black pepper. And of course, some yellow pepper. Please make sure you're using yellow pepper. It has this lovely flavor. You can also use red pepper, but yellow pepper gives a very lovely flavor to your soups. We also have some salt, some seasoning cubes, and of course to get that original native flavor, you're going to need okpeyi. Yes, very important for this soup. And next we have some palm oil. Make sure you're using good quality palm oil because that will give you the best results. For vegetable, we are using Uziza leaves. Uziza leaves are very common. Just as people selling soup ingredients in any Nigerian markets, trust me, they have these things. This is achi powder. It is a soup thickener and people selling soup ingredients, they have this. So we're going to be using it for thickening. The first thing we're going to do is to boil some water. This hot water is important because it's going to help us soften the stockfish. The stockfish, they come really hard, so you need hot water to help soften them. And once you've added hot water to the stockfish, allow for about 10 to 30 minutes and then rinse off thoroughly. So now let's prepare the base for the soup. I'm using clay pots for this recipe and I'm really excited. This is my first time of cooking with clay pots and I've heard positive things about it. So yes, I look forward to enjoying my clay pots. So add the stockfish, add some seasoning powder, add some salt. That's all you need. No need for curry, thyme, and all sorts of ingredients. No, we're making a classic Nigerian soup with Eastern origin. Adjust the heat to medium-low and keep cooking for about 15 minutes before adding any water. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video, okay? To get the pepper ready, add the pepper to the mortar, add the Uziza seeds and of course the okpeyi. We are going to be pounding 3 of them together to get something really smooth that we can add to the soup. And once you're done pounding, go ahead and add this to the soup. This is where the amazing flavor will, start spreading all over the house. This is really nice. The flavor coming from that yellow pepper, the Uziza seeds and the okpeyi, perfect combination. So do make sure you add them to your soup when you're making yours, okay? So now stir everything together, then cover and keep cooking. After about 5 minutes, add the crayfish powder and add a little water to loosen up the soup again. I'm going to put the exact measurements in the description box, so do check that out. I think I like this clay pot. I like the even cooking and it conducts heat very well because at this point I was cooking on low heat and you can see that the soup is boiling perfectly. So yes, the heat is widespread and I recommend this clay pot. But if you've ever used the clay pot, please let me know what your experience has been like. And now I am adding the deboned catfish. Mix everything together, stir everything together until well combined. Now I'm just going to quickly dissolve the achi powder. Achi is a thickener for soups. You can use cocoyam, the fresh cocoyam or the cocoyam powder. You can also use oats. I heard oats is actually good for thickening soups. I've never used it, but I heard it works well. To dissolve this achi powder, I'm going to be adding some palm oil. The truth is you can add it directly to the soup, but dissolving it makes everything easier because you're going to get rid of lumps. The palm oil is going to be well combined with the achi powder, so I prefer this method, but whichever one works for you, that's fine. You can add directly or use this method of dissolving. After this, I'm just going to add the dissolved achi and palm oil into the soup. The next thing to do is to stir the soup so that the achi powder can get to every corner of the pot. And once you're done with this, you're going to cover the pot and cook for about 5 minutes so that the thickening process can start. And after about 5 minutes, this is what we have. And this is the consistency you're looking for, nothing too thick, nothing too watery. So this consistency is just ideal for this soup. So now the next thing to do is to attend to the vegetable. For the vegetable, I mentioned earlier that we're going to be using Uziza leaves, and what I usually do is to remove the leaves from the stem before even washing. This is going to help wash the leaves way better and you won't be losing any nutrients. So all I'm doing now is to remove the leaves. Now I'm adding some water, and to even make this squeaky clean, I'm going to be washing with some salt. Then rinse this thoroughly because vegetables are exposed to all sorts of conditions in the market, from harvesting and a whole lot of organisms and dirt and sand and everything. And it's very important that you wash your vegetables thoroughly. Another thing is washing your vegetables under a running tap will give better results. This is simply because the running water is going to rinse off all the sand, the debris, and everything like that. So running tap method is my go-to and it's been helpful and very easy to do. It's way better than the other method of dipping vegetables in water. And now you're going to discard the water. You can rinse for about 2 to 3 times. Now you're going to cut the vegetables into smaller pieces, into smaller sizes, as thin as you can. But please watch out for your fingers, okay? Use a sharp knife, but watch out for your fingers. But if you can't do this, you can tell them to help you do it in the market. They'll help you slice them into smaller pieces. But then I prefer washing before slicing in order to make sure that all the nutrients from the vegetables are intact. Or if you slice and wash your vegetables, you're going to be losing some nutrients, and trust me, you don't want that. It's also way easier to wash before slicing. Do you know Uziza leaves are so nutritious? They contain a lot of nutrients and high in dietary fiber. For people that have constipation and indigestion, Uziza leaves are so good for them. And I've also heard that they are good because they have high inflammatory properties that can help in inflammatory conditions and of course in arthritis. So I've heard people use Uziza leaves for arthritis. So I'm just going to cook for another 2 minutes on low heat, and that's it. It's so easy to make. This soup is very easy to make. Luckily, the ingredients for this soup, they are readily available. So if you're in any part of Nigeria, just go to people that are selling soup ingredients. If it's your first time trying out this soup, just go to people selling soup ingredients. Tell them the ingredients you want. They always have these ingredients, okay? They are very common ingredients. It's not going to be a hurdle to find these ingredients, and I really want you to try out this soup because once you try it out, you're going to love it. It is so delicious. It's finger licking delicious, and you can pair this soup with any swallow of your choice. You can pair with semo, eba, pounded yam, anyhow you like it. I paired mine with pounded yam and it was super delicious. It's one of my favorite soups anyway. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for coming this far. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a like and don't forget to turn on the notification bell and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for coming this far, and of course I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye and have an amazing day.